Certainly, the indoctrination of the state schooling system has increased the appreciation for of obedience. Be aware that there are thieves out there that want to steal from you in numerous ways, and be aware that there's technology that can protect you from creatures like this. Running your programs locally on your own machine gives you the most freedom and sovereignty. Absolutely. 42. That's the answer to life, universe, and everything. And Satoshi got us halfway to this answer with 21. The rest we got to figure out ourselves.
Would you follow orders?
How would you orange pill a newcomer if you had his attention for 30 seconds? What would you tell him?
Bitcoin is freedom money. So if you want to protect your wealth, give something to your grandkids that they would really appreciate. They won't appreciate the euro. It's going to be gone by the time they grow up. So give them some money that lasts, and that's Bitcoin.
So Bitcoin will also become money, not only a store of value.
It is already. Bitcoin is my money. I don't even have a bank account for 6 years now. So I just use Bitcoin every day.
Wow. Okay. But is it sometimes difficult to live that way?
Sometimes, but not really. Like you can find a way. So you get great services. Working with Bitcoiners is best. They're good people, happy people, and provide great services. So sticking in that economy, totally preferable.
Yeah. And do you think now all the institutions and states getting into Bitcoin, is that still like the end part of a bottom-up movement, or is it now a top-down process, in fact?
Bitcoin is for enemies. You can't prevent your enemies from using Bitcoin. So yeah, state thieves will continue to use Bitcoin. That's what they do. That's all right. They won't get your Bitcoin. That's all that matters.
Have you ever heard about the Milgram experiment?
Yeah, that's where the like a person in authority says to give an electric shock to someone in the other room, and they turn the button all the way up until it's a lethal dose, which the participants know, but still, what 50% or some outrageous numbers of people would kill other persons as long as a guy in a lab coat says that it's all right.
Yeah. What does it tell us? Are people in general just obedient, or what do you think? Is it the system, or is it the character of people?
I guess it's a bit of both, but certainly the indoctrination of the state schooling system has increased the appreciation of obedience. So that I wouldn't say it's human nature per se, but it's definitely the human condition at the moment.
Yeah. So a better system with better incentives, would that shape better people in some way?
Yeah, absolutely. I would say so. And I think Bitcoin will be a key part in crystallizing that character transformation in people. So I've seen it numerous times now that people are a fundamentally different person when they start to think about and utilize Bitcoin in their daily lives.
Yeah, you were talking on the panel about cypherpunk spirit and privacy. What are your tips for people to become more sovereign, independent, and protect their own rights in the coming years in the digital realm?
Be aware that there are thieves out there that want to steal from you in numerous ways, and be aware that there's technology that can protect you from creatures like this. Mm-hmm. So go through the technology stack that you are using and look for free alternatives. So start with an operating system like Graphene OS, use password managers like KeePass, use a VPN or Tor, and then use Bitcoin, right? Hardware wallets, software wallets, yeah.
Is Tor really secure? Because how do we know there are some bad actors in there, for example?
Oh, sure, there are bad actors in any system. Usually the systems are designed to protect you despite malicious actors being part of it. The Tor network is secure against many adversaries. It's not secure against a global passive adversary. So someone who has a complete overview over all the packets that get sent on the internet. So the NSA, for example, they do have the capability to actually spy on most packets that get moved. So if you want to prevent against such an adversary, then use mixnets, like NIM, for example, which recently we launched a VPN client called the NIM VPN. Use that. Mixnets are designed to obfuscate your traffic even against a global active adversary.
And with regards to AI, shall we all get our own AI on our laptop, or what do you recommend there?
Yeah, running your programs locally on your own machine gives you the most freedom and sovereignty, absolutely. You can run your software on someone else's computer as well, if you take some extra steps to protect yourself, right? So, for example, using Tor and NIM to hide your IP address, preferring a system that doesn't have accounts, right? So, for example, eCache-based systems, PaperQ.ai is one example, Venice.ai is, or Venice.chat is another service that does this. And then there's ways to run software on someone else's computer without the owner of that computer knowing what type of software you're running. It's known as trusted execution environments or secure enclaves. Maple.ai, I think, is the domain of an AI service that does this. So here the operator doesn't know which type of questions you're asking from the AI.
Mm-hmm. So the most privacy-focused payment would be eCash right now, or?
Yeah, eCash has quite good privacy benefits. So that's Cashew or Fedimint. These are secure schemes from the 1980s, ancient technology, well audited, well reviewed, and they work fantastically well. They're not just anonymous; they're also quite cheap and fast. Which is an all-out good win. There's ways to use Bitcoin anonymously on the blockchain as well. Use Wasabi Wallet and CoinJoins. The Lightning Network per se also offers a decent amount of privacy, especially if you're running a routing node. And if you use things like short channel aliases, blinded paths for receiving Vault 12 invoices and so on. There's a lot of good ways to use Lightning privately. Go to lightningprivacy.com. We did some research on this stuff.
Mm-hmm. The last question is the answer to being sovereign and independent, decentralization, always dispersing power, becoming your own node, in not only with regards to Bitcoin?
42. That's the answer to life, universe, and everything. And Satoshi got us halfway to this answer with 21. The rest we got to figure out ourselves.
Hey, can you explain 42? I don't know.
You haven't read the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, right? Humans were asking the greatest supercomputers built by mice, right, about what's the answer to life, universe, and everything. And of course, it's 42. So Satoshi, again, got us halfway there. We got to figure out the rest. We got to build it ourselves.
We got to look into that. Well, thank you so much.
Thanks. It was good.